Guys, it's Jade. So it is like really nice outside. I think it's like almost 70 degrees, and I decided to do this video because the rest of the week after work, and this is my only day to do it. So my mom and my dog is in the backyard. So yeah. But anyways, so I'm gonna do this shit in parts because I only got 15 minutes to do these videos. So let's get started. All right. So Zion T and Crush leaves Amoeba Culture. So Zion T left. I think his contract ends in April, and he decided to not renew it and join Teddy and Kush's sub label in YG. And I know a lot of people were like iffy about it. Some people were like, oh, great for him because he'll be able to get his music out to more of a wider audience. But then some people like, oh, you're gonna get stuck in the YG basement. I'm like this. I don't really think YG is going to have any say so in like what music he makes per se. I really think because YG lets his artists have free reign musically. So that's I don't think he's gonna have any problem with that. I think only thing he'll probably really deal with is like when he'll be able to release his music, because there's a lot of people on YG, and of course you have High Ground as well. So I mean, for the most part that'll probably be the only thing, but just his music period, I don't think YG's gonna mess with that. But like I said, it'll just be a better opportunity for him because he's getting his music out to a wider audience. Now I don't know if he'll do music shows because I don't think he's done that before. So I think he'll just do the same thing he's been doing now, just releasing his music and then just being done with that. And Crush left as well. I didn't know he left, but he left Amoeba Culture and went on to the same company as Dean. Now I know it's been like going around, like I guess the K hip hop community, like, oh, Dean is the reason why they're quote unquote not talking. I don't know what the hell's going on with these two. Like, they're like attached at the hip, and then Crush decided he wants to delete all the Zion T's pictures he has on his Instagram and all this other shit. So I'm confused. I don't really think it's that deep, but you know how sometimes people take shit way too far. I don't even think it's that goddamn deep, but anyways. So speaking of Dean, so Dean's album came out today. It was actually supposed to come out tomorrow in Korea, but it came out today in Korea because somehow some of them songs got leaked, which is weird because usually music in Korea doesn't get leaked. It just comes out when it comes out. Now music out here in the States just stay getting leaked. But so the company decided to release the album a day early. Sorry, it's like the sun is like literally in my face, but yeah, so I heard it today and I really do like it. Hopefully I'll be able to actually get the album because it's like they actually have a physical for it. The sucky thing about liking independent artists is that it's hard to find their music because not a lot of places have their albums, like physical albums. So like the only places that I know that has it is like just Asia for the most part, but depending on the artist, K-Pop Mart will sometimes have it depending on who it is, and again depending on who it is, Ketchup CD. But if anything, your best bet is just to go to Yes Asia because that's where they mostly have like most of the independent artists albums at. But yeah, so hopefully that'll happen. And okay, so next is this whole Gina situation. Okay, so like about 2 weeks ago, I think the last chat video I did, I talked about Gina leaving Cube, and then literally like that same day, I found out that she's supposedly caught up in this prostitution scandal. Now, mind you, no one's really move. No, that was my dog. Now, mind you, it's not set in stone that it's actually her, but just people are just insinuating that it's her because of the timing. So, cause I guess you haven't heard the story. Let me break it down for you. A few weeks back, there's a story about this CEO out here in LA that was giving money to like, kind of like no-name actresses and trainees, giving money to them in return for sex and whatnot. So him and I think a couple of associates were dealing with some women, and they got busted. They got arrested, and they said mostly the women involved, they didn't name names, but the women involved, like I said, were just like, you know, a bunch of no-name actresses, a bunch of trainees that, like I said, no one knows about. But they said one person involved was a singer that everyone will know about. They said she debuted in 2010. She was born in 87. And I mean, I don't know how many other singers that had debuted 2010 that was born in 87. So, of course, people were just insinuating it was Gina because the timing, because she had just left Cube, which I talked about in my last video, because her contract ended and she tried to leave Cube because they wasn't doing shit for her. And so again, people just insinuating it's her because, you know, the fact that she hasn't released music in like 3 years, and they're like, oh, you know, recently she did a photo shoot in Dubai, and she did like a photo shoot in Hawaii. So it's like, oh, how's she going there if she ain't got no money, blah blah blah. But again, it was for work, so it's not like she went on like vacation in Hawaii and Dubai. So that was for work. And I know she's done like variety shows here and there over the years, and nothing like major, but just like small little variety shows. I know she did the female version of Real Men, I think maybe the first season. I don't know how many seasons the show's been on, but she was on this, I think, this season with Harry from Girls Day. But yeah, so I don't really think she's like really like selling her body for money. Honestly, I really don't think so. I hope not, because that like really suck. But so everyone's been talking about that. So I mean, I don't think Cube or anyone has released anything per se about Gina, but like I said, no one's even like mentioned the names, but people just insinuating it's her. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so Show Me the Money 5 was in LA early this week for their LA auditions for Show Me the Money. From what I've seen, it was fucking trash. Like, the people that were auditioning were whack as hell. Oh, why, Mnet? Why? I knew it was a bad idea, because I just automatically thought it was gonna be just, you know, just Korean people auditioning. No, they had white people, black people, they had all races auditioning, but from what I saw, it was whack. And I mean, I'm not gonna say like everybody was whack, but from what I saw was terrible. Like, everybody that I seen was like dressed in like Hood by Air, looking like straight out of like really trying to like fit into like, you know, the K-hip-hop scene and shit like that. It was like, ugh, it was bad. And I know that Timbaland was also there as well, I guess like a judge, I think. So I'm wondering what this is going to, how it's going to work out when they actually show, when the show actually starts. I think it starts like May 6th, so like the beginning of May the season starts. So it's going to be interesting. So yeah, next, well, you know what, I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to do the second part. So I'll be right back.